Assalamualaikum to Madam Putri, Zahra and our beloved classmate. Today, my group and I will be presenting our extended essay which is factors associated to mental health disorders among Malaysian students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, this is our group members which is include 3 person which are Siti Nur Adibah binti Sabaruddin, Anu Syahira binti C. Muhammad and me which is Nur Farah binti Basir. And this is the table of the content that we want to presenting now. Okay, which is include introduction. Point 1, unprepared during pandemic COVID-19. Point 2, financial problem during pandemic COVID-19. Point 3, homesick during pandemic COVID-19. And conclusion. Okay, we are moving on to the introduction. As we know, mental health is under the third goal of sustainable development, which is good health and well-being. And the mental health is the bad emotion that can feel by anyone, including stress, depression, and sadness. According to Lazarus et al., stress is an individual relationship between the person and the surroundings, and that the person considers to be taxing or exceeding his or her resources and putting his or her well-being at risk, as cited in Sheila Sundaresan et al. 2020. And we are focusing only 3 factors of mental health among students, which is unpreparedness during pandemic COVID-19, financial problems during pandemic COVID-19, and homesickness during pandemic COVID-19. And then we are moving to the thesis statement, which is COVID-19 situations really affect mental health, especially in Malaysian students. However, it is believed that there are factors of mental health occurring amongst Malaysian students are unprepared, financial problems, and homesickness during pandemic COVID-19. Okay, that's all from me, and I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
My name is Anu Syahira. I will start with our first main point of the topics. Malaysian students were one of the victims of exposure to mental health disorder due to unpreparedness during pandemic COVID-19, especially in online learning norms. University students who are not used to learn using online platform are having difficulty and shock with the new system study. This was proved by Farah and Samaha 2020 that students in higher educational institutions experience disturbance, especially in learning system, as they are not familiar with it, and which is refers to online learning. Malaysian students will become one of the victims who are faced interruption in learning during COVID-19. This is mentioned by Selvanathan et al. 2020 that the online learning system is made difficult, especially for Malaysian students that are living in confined region due to lack of infrastructure and constrained ability of the internet. An example of the student that faced this situation was Vivinoa Mosebin, an 18 years old, was a student University Malaysia Sabah UMS. She had to stay overnight in the tree to get a better internet connection for online university exam. The difficulty, which is not having a good internet activity, has made students not well prepared during online classes in pandemic situation. This unpreparedness during pandemic COVID-19, especially in education, has made students lose focus and lead to mental health condition due to hardship during new learning methods. There was a study conducted from March 28 to 4 April 2020 after the lockdown in Spanish university students during the COVID-19 pandemic about psychological well-being. And the results show that university students need to deal with various types of mental health, and this affect their emotional symptoms, happiness, and also work-life balance, as they are required to engage and spend their time more related to academic activities using the new platform such as online learning. Therefore, unpreparedness to new learning norms becomes one of the factors associated with mental health disorder amongst Malaysia students during COVID-19 pandemic.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Nur Adibah binti Sabarudin, and I will present second point, which is financial problem during pandemic COVID-19. Financial problem also one of factor associated with several mental health issues among students, as approved by Jones et al. 2021, that due to the temporal variance in available incentive, the economic strength is rising as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and students may be facing various levels of economic instability. With limited money, students will become irritated when they need to buy their daily necessities during pandemic, like food, drinks, masks, sanitizer, medicine, tuition fees, and also stationery for their studies. In addition, Muhammad Abdul Fattah and Vasdevan 2020 and also Rudenstine et al. 2021 point out the emerging economic effects of COVID-19 constraints faced by students, which can affect students' emotion and also achievement. According to Selvanathan et al. 2020, 40% of students from Malaysia private higher learning institution are in financial trouble, with their debt rising for their operational costs. Students frequently suffer in the sense of remote learning due to a restricted capacity to buy required technology and secure digital connectivity. So that they tend to do many part-time jobs to support their financially, such as their study fees, to pay their phone bill, house rent, and also to support their needs. Many students are working using their own skill, for example, in sector for food division, runner, promoter, because of its flexible schedule with their studies. However, according to Yasmina 2020, discovered that children of higher income parents are more likely to suffer from mental illness other than children of lower income family. This is because parents need to give more time to maintain their jobs and their company, and it can make students feel that they do not get any emotional family support during online class, especially during MCO. Hence, it is clearly shown that financial problems are associated with mental health issues among students during pandemic COVID-19.
I will proceed to the next point, which is main point 3, homesick during pandemic COVID-19. As we know, our first movement control order MCO started on 18 March 2020 in Malaysia, as announced by our Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin, and all education level changed from face-to-face to online learning, including secondary and university level. And some of university students are still on campus at that time. They are not prepared on unexpected situation like MCO. So some of them not buy ticket yet to go back to their home. And a large number of students was stuck at campus. To prove, Yunus 2020 in his research found that there are a large number of students who were stuck on campus, and students who are on campus will feel very lonely because they are only stay in campus, stay in their room to attend online classes and cannot go out for a month, and this will make them feel very homesickness because they stay away from their parents and siblings. As stated by Sundarasan et al. 2020, they found that emotional issues such as fatigue, isolation, and sadness increase rapidly among university students who stranded on campus. This clearly shows that students feel very homesick and they will affect their mental health. They feel very stressed, depression, and sadness are staying away from their family members. Only the things that they can do at that time, which is they use technology such as WhatsApp, video call with their family members to share anything they face in a day, what university procedure they need to follow, and many more, so that they will frequently contact their family members to get emotional support to facing this MCO. This MCO is truly affect student mental health because they cannot do anything, cannot go out, only stay in their room and need to follow the SOP as stated by their university. To conclude, stay away from family members will lead them to feel homesick during pandemic COVID-19.
To conclude, lack of preparedness during online learning, like the availability of the internet, will hinder a student to have mental issues. In addition, students are facing various levels of economic instability, which is resulting in anxiety or depression. Last but not least, students also feel homesick, and this is affect their mental health by feeling loneliness and depression, especially when they are stuck in the campus. This problem needs to give emphasis to all parties, such as a friend, family, society, and the government, to improve advanced education and enhance online learning opportunities. The last thing for me is preparation for new things such as learning, financial, and emotions are important for the sake of good mental health and future prospect.
Okay, for Islamic perspective, to support this statement, according to Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 156, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim, allazina iza asabathum musibah, qalu inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Means, who, when faced with a disaster, say, surely to Allah we belong and to Him we will all return. This Quranic verse, it refers to the ability of individuals who are facing problem and handed everything to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. In the Islamic perspective, mental health is described as the ability to escape all symptoms, complaints, and mental illness, as well as the ability to adjust to social situation and grow self potential based on faith and devotion to Allah. Mental health is the challenge that Allah gives to us to make us think that not everything in our life is full of happiness. Sometimes we should improve ourselves to become a better person in the future. In this COVID-19 situation, all Muslims needs to believe that the challenge we face are one of the way Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala give us rewards and educate us to be a steadfast person in the future. I think that's all from us. May Allah protect everyone from this virus. Thank you and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.